Hi, it's Phil here, and transparency. This is what this channel is all about. So I've got an email here from, or I've got a message here from David Williams. Don't think it's his real name, but I've got a message from David Williams, basically saying nice to connect to you, blah, blah, blah. And his partner, which I just confirmed, Dawn Yu, sent me the details of this new AI writer or AI book creator. Now, the promise here is that we can actually create a book, a Kindle book, with one simple keyword into a KDP ready, publish ready book asset without weeks of research, design, formatting or metadata. Sorry for the pings, he's messaging in at the minute. It's $27. This isn't live yet, but I've got review access because, as you'll probably see on this channel, I've promoted things like the Cozy Co-author, things like that, and sold quite a few hundred of those units. But what happens is, the thing I do is I like to tell the truth. So this isn't not a review as such to promote. There will be links in here. I'll put something together for you at some point. I'll give you some bonuses and things like that on the back of this. But I'm going to put this video up live first of all. And if you comment, I'll reply back to you and we'll source something through for you if you want to end up getting this through a link. Now, at the minute, I don't know if I'm going to promote this yet. So I'm going to put it to the test. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to test it live. So literally a few minutes ago, Dawn sent me this. You can see David's here. Yes, my partner's Dawn Yu. Dawn sent me this with review access. 1549. It's now 1746. So I'm just in from my day job. Now, the big promise here, as I mentioned, is that you can write a book with one simple keyword and you can turn it into a KDP ready, publish ready book asset. So I'm not going to show you the login details for obvious reasons, but what I do have is I have the product here. So let's just go back to the dashboard. You can see here it's JV access. Again, for transparency, I haven't invested in this. Many times what I'll do is I'll buy something, check it out, see what it's like. And I don't really do a review. What I do is I pull it to bits. I'll see where I think it fails, where the strengths are, where the weaknesses are, and things like that. So let's review this right now and really see, can we really write a book using this AI book engine? Can we write it in, I don't know if it says the time scale, but let's see how quick we can do it. It's going to help us do the writing, design, the formatting, no metadata prop, etc. And again, this sales page is quite... It's still a work in progress. This doesn't release until the 22nd. It's currently the 18th, so you've still got time to get this over the line. But let's just have a look what we've got here. We've got an ebook type selector, keyword-based creation, 2 book styles, KDP niche research, KDP keyword research, outline and chapter structure, blah, 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 blah. So there's all this good stuff like that. So let's just say you've just bought this, you just invested this. Let's run it through. Let's see what we'd be looking for. Well, when I'm looking here, what I want to see is I want to see that there's a clear instruction down the side. So we can see where we can create. We can see the books that were created in the past. These aren't books I've created. These have been created by somebody else. There's some done-for-you books here already. There's some auto mode, some traffic if you want to upgrade to traffic, but you don't need to do that because I'll show you some traffic techniques in here in this video channel. So please make sure to like and subscribe to this channel, and also check out my other videos around about here somewhere in the YouTube tuberverse, and you'll see some of the other stuff that I've covered as well. So again, everything I do, no edit, no fancy stuff like that. I come in from work, I sit here, jump on here, and I just review things. I look at what I think is going to work. Some of them I do actually invest in myself, and I do use them for my own business. So I do a lot of ghostwriting, especially around newsletters, etc. And I do a lot of AI graphic creation, things like that as well. And I also have a private Facebook group where I teach people some of these things as well. I'll actually put the link to the Facebook group should you wish to join that as well. No spam in the group. No whining, no bitching, etc. It's a group for people who want to get ahead in life. It's not for people who just want to whinge and see how bad their life is. Boo-hoo, get on with it. So anyway, let's have a look. We've got a tool suite. We've got Create Our ebook. We've got an audiobook studio as well. Very, very big. Double opportunity. As well as ebook, create yourself an audiobook. There's traffic, done for you catalog. There's 40 done for you books already. Don't use a done for you book. Everybody will do that. They'll take a lazy option. Don't do that. Create your own books fresh. So we can see somebody's already been in here creating these things. Ignore the book covers. I'll show you how to do the book covers in another video. And let's have a look what we got. And book covers that look fantastic on KDP as well. I'll show you how to do that. So there is a learn and get help. What I would like to have, I would like to have this resource on this side, on part of the thing. I've just had to scroll down to find that. This is what I was waffling for because I was looking for how to get started. I would like to have that on the side here. So we could have seen the how to get started, because that's what you're going to learn, how to get started. KDP Publishing Guide, very good. We'll have a look at that in a moment. FAQs, product roadmap, And this is basically what's going to happen with this product, what they're going to do, which is I like, because it's telling us that this is not just a one hit. They're going to support, and they're going to give you ongoing improvements as well. And there's also got the support here, which is a reply within 24 hours, which is acceptable for a product. So there's updates I've just done. Audiobook Generations is new, and it's now free for everybody. So you pay $27, you're going to get this as well. They've updated the paper on the May the 28th. We'll have a look at that in a minute. But let's just dive in. Let's see what this can do. So we're going to create an ebook. Forget the audiobook just for now. We'll do this manuscript. We've got 92,680 credits. I need to check what the credit limit is on this, but let's have a look. Caveats. These are some big caveats. You want to avoid anybody having issues with your book. Self-help. If you're not a self-help guru, it's a very, very tricky industry, and you could have some pushback if you're writing a book and somebody does something that is based on what you put in that self-help book. The same goes with fitness and wellness. If you're recommending fitness, exercise and things like that, and you haven't told them to get checked up by a medical professional, then you could get some pushback. Likewise, investing, goal investing, careers. If you give career advice and you're a career advice specialist, it could come back and you could get in trouble with authorities. The other one that you could have, I mentioned health. So you've got fitness, wellness, health as well. Spirituality, you can get away with some of that. Technology, you can get away with some of that as well. But really, if you start looking at the self-help side of things, you start doing business advice, if you're a business guru, using the AI for that, then you're going to get caught out, and you could, as I say, upset the authorities, and then you end up in some legal issues. So tend to keep away from them. What I tend to do, what I like to do some history and biography. So I'm going to just do one just now. Let's have a look. So here's our book styles that we can choose. This is the inner section of our book. We don't want boho. We want to do something else. Premier authority. That kind of fits for a history book. If I get the title just now, I'm going to get rid of that. We'll just use that style. In fact, let's just click back, because let's have a look at the pages inside here, actually. So table of contents. I'm going to do a history book. That looks pretty good from what I'm looking for. That looks pretty good. That looks good. Forget the book cover, because I'm going to get rid of that. We can select our AI model. This is great for deepest reasoning. We'll stick with that now. It's recommended. Let's use what they recommend. Let's go to let's not do 100 pages. That's a bit ridiculous, Phil. Let's do 56 pages, 14,000 words. We don't want any cover, so I got rid of the cover. Let's just do something that's close to my heart. The Battle of Newburn. Let's see what it comes back with. This is where I was actually born. 1640. And now what we're going to do is we're going to see tone optional, historical, authority, engaging. We want my books to be engaging, not boring. Oh, what happened there? I pressed enter by mistake. So, well, we're going to get what we get. So AI is going to go out there. It's going to give us a target audience. It covers history enthusiasts, students, and educators. 56 pages. Tone of voice. Authority should be adopting an authoritative yet engaging tone, balancing scholarly rigor with accessibility. Writing should be formal enough to convey expertise while remaining warm and inviting. Yeah, well, happy with that. Yeah, generate my book. So now what it's doing is gone off to research the market. Now, this is something that a lot of other books don't do. So when you get these book writers, typically what they'll say is, here's a niche, check this niche out, do X, Y, and Z. Well, what this has done is research the market. It's now generating the outline, and I'm just going to let this run live. So however long this takes, it takes. I want to show you warts and all. And this is the first time I've used this software. Again, a lot of people don't do this. What a lot of people do is they'll show you the happy, shiny stuff, the happy path. This is not the happy path. This is me using it for the first time. It's now writing chapters 1 of 8. So 1,000 words. You can see the thing ticking away there. Here's me pointing at the screen because I've had a long day. But if you look there, you can see the words ticking away. It's going to design the cover. We're not going to do that. I'm going to show you how to design it. In fact, we're 9 minutes in. What I'll do is I'll let this run for 20 minutes and I'll show you how to design the cover very, very quickly based on the outline of your book. So let's just let it run. Again, if you're interested in fiction writing, there's a cozy co-author, How to Write a Book in a Weekend, using Claude AI. Again, we're writing this in Claude AI. When I'm writing, I typically use Claude. If I'm doing research, I'll use Perplexity AI. I do have the Pro version of Perplexity. For my graphic images, I use ChatGPT Images 2.0. Again, there's a video on here somewhere in the Tubeverse, which will tell you all about how to do that. Again, like and subscribe. You get access to my next videos because we're doing static stuff at the moment, books and images. we're next going into how to create UGC and how to create real good videos, basically, shorts and long form using AI. So I'll be covering that in subsequent videos as well. That's still writing the books. I think we said it was 11,000 words. We're now at chapter 7 of 8. Let it run. This is the beauty of these AI books. Sometimes they look really good, sometimes they don't. Let's see what they come out like. But I actually have my own tool which rewrites books anyway, but that's for another video again. We've got it. It's designed the cover. Skip the design the cover. It's generating the metadata. It's going to format the PDF. And then division can have profound impacts on communities and society. Leadership choices shape outcomes, both in conflict and daily life. Ideology battles. So the Battle of Newburn was basically where the English fought the Scots. So the year was 1637 in the heart of England, a storm was brewing. The air was thick with discontent, and the once stalwart foundations of monarchy began to tremble. Imagination divided where the very fabric of society was unravelling due to conflicting ideologies. This was not just a backdrop of history, this was a prelude to the conflict that would reshape the future of England, the English Civil War. 1640, Cromwell. This is what we're looking at. Cromwell was on one side of the River Tyne, and the Scots were on the other side of the River Tyne. So we had the Roundheads and the Cavaliers, and we had the English fighting the Scots as well. So it says here, our ebook is ready. Let's have a look. Now it's trimmed it down to 7,000 words. Certainly saying I want it to be more than that. It is 8 chapters. It's given me a Battle of Newburn 1640, a pivotal conflict in the English Civil War. Great, nice subtitle. Understanding military strategies and socio-political implications. So it's looked out there and it's looked at something that would be commercially viable. Let's come back with that. It's telling me this metadata. There's the outline. So prelude to conflict, the seeds of the English Civil War, the strategic importance of Newburn, focus on geographical and strategic significance. Newburn's analysis of location was chosen for battle, readers will understand. It was basically a very shallow area. It was a ford across the river. The river's completely changed now because it's been dredged over the years and widened and deepened, but it was a historical part and it was a very low river crossing. The River Tyne's quite a large river in Newcastle upon Tyne, hence the name Newcastle upon Tyne. It's on the Tyne. And then you've got this Newburn, this place which was attractive to the Romans. Hadrian's Wall runs past it. Romans also settled in Newburn, but it was also, after that, was a settlement for the English and the Scots having a bit of a battle across this river. And you can see the tactics got all different ones. The aftermath. The aftermath is Amma Henderson, Scots. We have Scots, the actual family, the Scots. We have McVickens from Ireland. They're there as well because they came across to support the Scots. We've got English, we've got across there as well. We've got Simpsons who are Scottish. Quite a lot of Scottish names on the north side of the Tyne, and on the south side of the Tyne where the English were, you have a lot more of the English names across there. And as school kids growing up, we used to go across to what we call Wrighton Willows, which is across the south side of the Tyne, and have fisticuffs, fights basically, skirmishes with fellow school kids. And that had been going on for decades, if not centuries, after this battle. It's just something that they've relived and reacted, but with proper fisticuffs. But nobody got killed, I don't think. Anyway, let's wrote a book. Let's just have a look at the KDB package I just downloaded. Let's just download this onto one of my, in fact, I'll just do it in documents. It's an export, it's a JSON file. I've not done this before, so let's just see what it comes up with. I may have to do something different here. Downloads, export. Oh, it's a JSON file, so let's just have a look what I can do here. Download KDB package. Now, have we run into a blocker? How do I open up a JSON file? Let's go and have a look. Let's go to the training dashboard. Create ebook. Getting started. We've done that. Hey, let's do that. Perplexity. How to open JSON file. Now I'm actually working in an Airbnb here, so a little bit different. So let's have a look. We'll usually right-click, open with Notepad, Visual Studio Codex. Okay. Let's just do that. We've got this here. I'm just going to open. Do you want to create a new file? Yes. Did it open? Nope. Okay, let's just copy that. I'm just going to paste it here. I think we found a bug. Unless it's me. My library. Got a new bin. Ready to publish. Manuscript. Ah, is this what I'm doing wrong? Click a chapter and then edit chapter. Ah, right, okay. So it's done it in chapters. Look at that. That's pretty good. So it has wrote the book. And it's wrote it in chapters. So the chapters are pretty light. And I can ask it to expand on each chapter. So I've got full control. I like that. That's doing that there. The leaders, should see King Charles in his parliament against Oliver Cromwell. The royalists, King Charles, the Earl of Newcastle. Let's have a look. Now, a lot of this is saying it's all about the English Civil War, but as I say, it was the Scots. There you go. The opposing royalists were the Scottish Covenanters who fought not only for their political interests, but also for their religious freedoms. And Newburn was General Alexander Leslie, another Scottish name, whose strategic acumen played a crucial role during the battle. Blah, 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 blah. It was actually around Newburn Church where the place happened. One guy from the English side went to water his horse, and a Scotsman thought he was trying to cross the river, so he shot him, and it all kicked off. In other words, the start of this big battle. So there you have it. We've got a book. We can download this, and we can edit it chapter by chapter. What I wanted to know, though, is why can't I download that in one? So is there a reason for that? The cover, we don't want the cover because it's just pretty boring. The outline we've got. Let's have a look up here. What have we got here? Overview we've got. So it looks like we do this chapter by chapter to download this. So let's just go back into this and then edit the chapter. We can go into there, we can copy it, and we can post it into our Word document. So we can edit and then we can save and then come back. That we can also put images in like that as well. So, all right, I see what they're doing here. They're giving you, as well as giving you the book, to get it to basically to output the book. They're letting you have the option to go back in and edit each chapter, which is a good thing. It means that you're not fully relying on AI, but all you do from there is you just copy everything, just select all, copy, and come up to your drive, Google Drive, and just do yourself a new document. Create yourself a folder, whatever the book's going to be called. Create yourself a Google Doc, and then, boom, paste your text. And there you go. There's your chapter. And we can clean off all the metadata, get it off nice and tidy and things like that. So AI assisted, not AI written. It depends how far you want to go. So you can either edit in your Google Doc, your GDoc, or whatever whatever word processing document you're using, or software that you're using, or tool rather. Or what you can do is you can come into here and you can edit within this part here as well. Pretty good. Quite like that. I can see why they've done it now, and this is why I just basically went and jumped ahead. So what's this KDP package? Is this a bug? This is what I need to find out. JSON file. It just feels like there's something missing there. So I'm going to come back to that. I'll do a follow-up video and let you know what that JSON file. In fact, let's tell them. Output in JSON file. No full document KDP output. And I'll send it to our friend David, who's active now. This is the actual creator of this, and this is their partner. So I can get the answer when we're doing this video. Oh, okay, send that. And when we're waiting for this to happen, what we're going to do is we're going to come back to our little book here, and we're going to take this, and we're going to do ChatGPT. I'm going to show you how to create a book cover. Images 2.0. Create a scroll stopping KDP cover. I'll do Amazon KDP cover so it knows exactly what we're doing. Amazon KDP cover for this book. For reference, Here is the title, subtext, and the author is Phil Henderson. Make the book an accurate depiction of Newburn or soldiers around 1640. Now what I'm also going to do, because we've got part of the book written, so we're going to come down here and we're going to look at strategic importance, Newburn key figures, Battle of Unfolds. Just going to copy that. Copy all of this just to give this image some context. If it let us, it won't. Going to edit the chapter. Select, copy, and do see text below for context and ideas. Give it 3 dashes. Stick that text in there, and then let's see what it comes back with. So while that's doing that, I've not had a ping back from David, so let's just ask why that's not working. And do the same to Dawn's. Dawn's active now. Output just a fail, no full document. Is that a glitch? So now what you're doing is you watch me actually speaking to the creators of this, the partners of this book. And again, this is what we call the AI book engine. This is going to be live on the 22nd. I'm waffling a little bit because I want that image to come to fruition. $27. You've got the KDB niche research. It did it itself. Title generator, chapter writer, etc. We've just dived straight in. I haven't used the full extent of what's in here. Let me just see what the auto mode is. Auto-generate batches. You can do batches of books. Pick a genre and quantity. There's some that's quite good. So you can have 3 books. If you're writing a trilogy, let's say you're doing a trilogy on cozy fantasy or something like that, then you can get this to do 3 books for you. So you're getting 3 books written at once. They'll say how many pages per book. You can change all that again. You can see all this good stuff here as well. And again, you can choose the covers and things like that. Now this is going to take your credits, which you've got up here. I need to check how many credits you get, but we'll check that out as well. There's done for you, done. I mentioned that. Let's have a look at the sentence. What's in here? There's upgrades. So we're going to do upgrades. Let's just have a look here. Oh, we've got a message back. You can download full keyword by clicking this button. Yep. Tried that. Only give me a JSON file. Download KDB package. We tried that. And my spelling's terrible. So we'll come up. We'll let them see what they're going to do. It's me asking the creator this on the fly. In the meantime, big reveal, hopefully. Yeah, look at that. The Battle of Newburn, the clash of tactics shapes the battlefield. There's your Scots flag, there's your English flag, and that looks pretty damn good for a first attempt. Let's just double click on it. See. That looks pretty good. So that would be our KDB book title done as well, our book cover done as well. And that literally took seconds, as you saw there, as we just waffled on until I was waiting for this output coming from here. It downloads the zip. Well, nope. It gave a JSON, not a zip. So it looks like this. It should have delivered a zip file, which I thought it should have done, but it gives a JSON file. We'll let them work things out. This is another reason why they reach out to me, because I help to debug these things. So I'll go through and I'll test it. And again, what you've just saw there's me doing it live, using this tool for the first time, without following instructions, just basically going through here, create a book, decide what I wanted to create, and it went off, did the research, come back and created a decent book for me as well. So it's pretty fast, it's pretty good. Now let's just go back to that book, and we can see that obviously I've got some formatting to do. Probably when it creates that output as a zip file, it'll probably have this formatting done already, but you've seen what we've done. We just pulled it out. I just took the raw text, but you can see the book there, and it's factual. I know that this because I'm just reading through this. I recognize the key figures, I recognize the names, And I'm just checking here. There is a covenant of forces, which is correct. So yeah, it did what it said. It produced a book pretty fast. Can you try the anxiety relief book? Let me check the book with error. Yep. So let's just go to my library. Click on there. Download KDB package. There you go. See, it gives the zip file. And this is why I do these things live, and this is why I get the creators of these products on the books. So I can go back now. Yep, that worked. So now they can go off and they can debug and find out why my book didn't create. I've probably not saved something. I've probably done something wrong. It's probably my fault. Usually is. But what you have there now is a book creator that does what it says. You can see this is the one that they've done previously with the cover. It's up to you if you want to use covers that it creates. But why not just do what I did? And all you got to do is just type images 2.0, create a scroll stopping Amazon KDB covers for this book. Here's the title, subtext the author is, make this book an accurate depiction of whatever the subject is, and then see the text below. So give it the context of what your book's about. So when you're writing your book, whatever the context is, put some of the context in there, and ChatGPT is pretty good. It can go off there. It can understand the context. As you can see here, understands the difference between Scotland and England. And if you look here, you can see the shallow water here. That was a ford. But what you can't see now, which is there now, is a big bridge. It's a new boom bridge that's been built there because, as I say, that River Tyne has been dredged, widened and deepened. So there you have it. We're now supporting the customer, yourselves, showing you what's involved with this product. And at the same time, we're helping the creator of this now iron out any of the bugs that they've got between now, which is the 18th of June, until when this is launched on the 22nd of June. And again, if you want to know more about it, drop a message. My recommendation is come and join our group. This is our little Facebook group here, Stupidly Simple Stuff. Facebook.com/groups/Stupidly Simple Stuff. And in here, we cover everything, ChatGPT images. I do live calls as well. We do a weekly call where I help people understand how to create images using ChatGPT. And then also other stuff as well, how to write books using AI. And also, once in a while, I'll drop some freebies in there. For example, prompts and things like that as well, to help anybody embrace the advantage and leverage the advantage of using AI. Now, I understand that AI is not for everybody. What I like about this product, straight out the gate, is you're able to edit your book rather than just getting it to push things out straight away. And look at that, look at the difference that the way that stands out. It's just they put their own cover on without me. We put our own cover on, which is pretty good. In fact, let's just look at that again. See, the text isn't quite right, but it went and did its own thing. To be honest with you, I think my cover looks absolutely brilliant. Quite happy with that. That's just me being biased. Anyway, I've been Phil. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop your comments below in the video. Drop your comments below the video. And also, as I say, come and join our group, Facebook group. We don't bite, but just don't come in there if you're going to bitch and whine, and if you're going to cause disruption or you're going to do self-promotion. You will soon be kicked out because we have some very robust admins in there. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. See you in the next one. Bye for now.